the end of an icon is near. Grated Carrot stands on the precipice of going out on top, and as the Robot Wars Omega icon waits for the count to begin, one way or another, this will be the end of Grated Carrot's time in Robot Wars Omega.
And then knock off the spinner! Hey, did you break the rules? Oh, Green Carrot, I'm out the arena! Green Carrot, oh no! You lost to Green Carrot! Oh, what's happened again? The spinner seems to be slowing down a little bit, or was that just me? Green Carrot, though! Green Carrot, oh no!
Grated Carrot's introduction to the collective FMRW community was on May 28th, 2019, as it was introduced as a very heavy tombstone-inspired robot. It was shown to be quite powerful, as it was able to knock off Cobra's wheel guards, and a good display of power. But looking at the comments on the video, it didn't seem as though the robot was much of a fan favorite just yet. On June 19th, 2019, the bot builder would return to start off arguably his most popular series, Request Fights, and with it, Grated Carrot would make its second appearance. As the bot builder went over the different possible competitors for the brand new series, he would mention Grated Carrot, and in the comment section, one of the most memorable matches in Robot Wars Omega history would be requested, the Robotic Apple XL. On June 30th, 2019, Grated Carrot would make its first appearance in FMRW Combat, as it would take on Carbide and Aftershock in a 3-way melee of Request Fights. Grated Carrot would show up with some massive hits, but what it is most remembered for in this fight is the shot that turned it into a carrot. In this classic of a match, Grated Carrot spinner would come off and would serve as a major highlight of the fight and the early days of the Bot Builders channel. This would help Grated Carrot gain notoriety in the FMRW community as the Bot Builders channel began to grow. The Carrot with the spinner would make its next appearance in Robot Wars Omega vs. FMRW, where it would start in the first tag team. Here it would do a number of big hits to Accident. However, it would get flipped out by Diamond Storm, and Liftoff would go on to lose the match as they lost the first tag team. However, Grated Carrot would get another chance in the head-to-head versus Shadowcat. This would be incredibly important, as if Grated Carrot were to lose, FMRW would win Episode 1 of the Robot Wars Omega vs. FMRW Special. Grated Carrot would have great trouble due to Shadowcat's angled sides, and as the match went on, both would give it their all. Eventually, Grated Carrot would dry Odo out of the arena, sort of, after being slammed into a wall, leading to a coughing fit from the bot builder. This loss would continue to cement Grated Carrot as an FMRW icon, and despite its incompetence in battle, it was still a very well-liked machine, and Hexbug Heroes would have some very kind words to say about it. Grated Carrot would next appear on the channel in February 2020, and it would look to redeem itself in Heat E of Robot Wars Omega Series 1. Grated Carrot would meet Carbide in its first match in the round robins. The match would start off with some incredible hits as both robots went spinner to spinner. Eventually, though, the spinner of Grated Carrot would start to twist, and the spinner would begin to slow down. After some more shots, Grated Carrot would receive a facelift, and its chances of winning the battle would rapidly dwindle, leading to Grated Carrot falling to 0-4, with half of those losses being the Carbide. However, Grated Carrot would get another chance in the round robin as it faced off against Foxic, a very nice lifter. However, it would go quite poorly for them, as they were constantly getting shoved around the arena as their spinner continually grazed the floor. Eventually, Foxic would manage to pin Grated Carrot in a position on the wall where it couldn't move at all, allowing for Foxic to take the match. Grated Carrot would have one more chance, though, in the Rumble, with the winner making it out of the heats and the rest being eliminated. Grated Carrot would face off against Gabriel, Dietar, and Carbide. And early on, Grated Carrot was doing fairly well, as Carbide also jumped out of the arena. Dietar got smacked around quite a bit before they couldn't self-right, and it was down to Carbide versus Grated Carrot. But once again, despite some very good hits from Grated Carrot, and Carbide doing a nice job taking them, Grated Carrot's weapon reliability would once again be its downfall, as its weapon came out, and Grated Carrot would lose the match by judge's decision. Grated Carrot's next notable appearance would be in April in a robot instructions video, after being requested by multiple people. In this video, the bot builder would make a good point in saying that Grated Carrot was somewhat like the Supernova Robot Wars Omega. We would also learn that Grated Carrot used only 2 measurements, something that would make it very simple to build for those in the FMRW community. In the comments, many shared that they would be giving Grated Carrot a go, and so Grated Carrot spread to even more FMRW series. Perhaps it's time we take a look at some of those. Grated Carrot would first appear in LEGO BattleBots BattleBox Explained series in a match versus Behemoth. According to the bot builder, this was to be a rematch between the two, who had fought on multiple occasions off-air, all of which had gone to Behemoth. Unlike Grated Carrot's counterpart in Robot Wars Omega, LEGO BattleBots Grated Carrot had weapon reliability issues listed as a strength. Also, unlike its counterpart, this graded carrot actually won, and with competence. Thus, this graded carrot was off to a promising start. It would next appear on BattleBots Explains channel on February 14th, 2020, where it faced off against Lucky in the round of 48 of Season 3. It's fair to say Grated Carrot brutalized Lucky on its way to the top 32. It would next face Duck. And well, it ended quickly. With that, Grated Carrot had a record of 2-1 in LEGO BattleBots. Grated Carrot would next appear on the channel in the YouTuber Bot special, where it would face off against Chaos, representing Chaotic Robotics, with the winner advancing to the round-robin stage. Despite Grated Carrot's valiant effort, it would end up stuck once again, 2-2. Grated Carrot would have another opportunity though, as it competed in Season 4 of LEGO BattleBots. Its opponent would be an Eruption. And that was pretty good. Round of 32, it would take on Sawblaze, who was a former champion twice over. It didn't go as well. Up next was the YouTuber Bot Special number 2. Grated Carrot would face off against Spartan, who would represent Hyperlash. That was pretty good. Next it would take on Space Craze. close, but no, it didn't win. Finally took on Standalone and Steve in an extra rumble. Four and 5. Season 5, it would also compete, however, it would take a first round loss to Standalone and fall to 4 and 5. Sorry, 4 and 6. Grated Carrot's first match in King of Lego was against Shocker, where it decapitated Shocker and managed to disable its weapon. However, as the fight went on, Grated Carrot started to fall apart, and eventually Shocker would gain the upper hand and KO it by getting it pinned against the wall. Grated Carrot would next fight Plunger, where its weapon reliability would rear its ugly head as Grated Carrot lost it extremely early on, and from there Grated Carrot just got shoved around while trying to spin around a bit, and eventually Plunger would win on a 7-0 JD. Grated Carrot will also show up in LEGO Robot Combat in April of 2020 on That Builder Boys channel, where it would have arguably some success, but it was a bit mediocre. It would first face the Blue Blur. And that was very quick. It would next appear in LEGO Robot Combat Series 5, where it would first face off against Space Craze. Once again, weapon reliability proved to be an issue and it would fall to 0-2. The Carrot, though, would also have a chance to redeem itself in the eye of its builder by pulling off the win in the Independent Special. However, it lost the spinner again. With a chance to even its record in Series 5, it would face the Big Bash. Grated Carrot would keep its hopes alive for just a bit longer, but not too long, as in Episode 9, it actually won against the Plunderer. Fear not, though, it didn't even make it into the top 16. Grated Carrot would also appear in Random Fights number 2, where it would take on Tsunami. However, unfortunately, since I can't see the comments, I don't know who actually won this matchup. Grated Carrot would next face Rampage and Trainwreck in the Halloween Annihilator qualifier. Where it would actually win. This meant that Grated Carrot was on to the Annihilator. Once again, it ended up stuck on the arena. But hey, at least it didn't lose its weapon. Grated Carrot would once again compete in request fights, but this time it would be Crystal Carnage's request fights, where it would be slated to compete against Aftershock, Roadhog, and Scrapper, with this match having been requested by Wolfie Productions. Grated Carrot would lose this match with the Scrapper despite having one beautiful hit against Aftershock. Unfortunately, it ended up KOing both of the robots, and meaning that Scrapper won by default. Grated Carrot would make some appearances in announcement videos, one of which was the announcement for Robot Wars Omega Maximum Overdrive, which would be where Grated Carrot would compete next, and this time it would face off against two old foes in Aftershock and Carbide. But this was not Carbide anymore, this was Cobalt. It would also face off against PP3D, and this was to be the War of the Weapons Spinner qualifier. Grated Carrot would go head-to-head with PP3D's Spinner before getting slammed by Cobalt. Aftershock would then also give the limp Grated Carrot a go as it came in for a good hit. Grated Carrot, though, wanting to get back into the match, would attack PP3D. However, it would end in another one of Grated Carrot's iconic Spinner losing shots, which would effectively end its match. This would send Grated Carrot to an astounding 0-7 as it lost its fourth bout to Carbide/Cobalt. Grated Carrot's losing streak would continue as it fell to 0-8. It would fight in request fights once again, and this time it would fight alongside Apollo and Yin and Yang. The three would face Matilda and Rhino. At least Grated Carrot didn't lose its spinner this time. Grated Carrot would return the following month where it would compete in Robot Wars Omega Live. It would face off against Prime Evil and Liftoff. Somehow, Grated Carrot didn't lose, and it rated its record to a ripe 1-8. Grated Carrot's next match there's just not a lot to talk about it. It was given a very easy win against the Swarm, and it went up to 2-8. So yeah. Next, Grated Carrot would have a go at qualifying for Robot Wars Omega Series 2. It would be forced to face Nexus. And Nexus did a pretty good job defeating Grated Carrot. 2-9. Also, despite an adamant effort by many to get as many spinners into Series 2, Grated Carrot would barely fail to get the needed votes to qualify, losing out to Stinger. Thus, Grated Carrot would not appear in Series 2, and a bit of a shocker as well. Grated Carrot would then have one last go at request fights in Robot Wars Omega, where it would face Subatomic, Spectre, and Yin and Yang. Grated Carrot, as many horizontal spinners do, KO'd itself in its last request fights of Robot Wars Omega. Then there was the Black Friday Brawl, where Grated Carrot would face off against Trolley Rage, PP3D, Lightning, and Tan. Grated Carrot would have an abysmal run in the Security Guard showdown. However, since Tan somehow got pinned by an absolute drunk, Grated Carrot advanced. Next up was Item Gathering, and Grated Carrot was very cheeky and decided to help Trolley Rage so that they wouldn't have to face Lightning in the final.
Roboteers, stand by.
So now we're in the final. Trolley Rage, Grated Carrot. This was an important matchup for Grated Carrot. However, one question still remains. Why was Grated Carrot so popular? I unfortunately don't know, however I do have some ideas. Grated Carrot was one of the earliest robots on the Bot Builders channel, and its fight against Carbide and Aftershock was extremely memorable. This allowed it for it to become established on the Bot Builders channel, and as the Bot Builders channel began to grow, so did Grated Carrot's notoriety. Grated Carrot also has an extreme amount of memorable moments which remain in one's conscious despite Grated Carrot's lack of success. The restrictions also allowed for Grated Carrot to feature on other channels. Grated Carrot also featured in a lot of announcement videos, and this certainly helped it become memorable, allowing it for it to grow as an icon. Finally, the bot builder would always mention that Grated Carrot was quite good off camera, creating this anticipation that you better watch this match closely, as Grated Carrot's probably going to have a good one in this match, and probably hit very hard and destroy their opponent. But however, this usually didn't happen against competent opponents. Barring the matchup against Primeval and Liftoff, this really never happened. Grated Carrot also never won, but for the first time ever, it might actually, as it has a good chance against Trolley Rage. So without further ado, let's take a look at the final of Grated Carrot's whole career.
3, 2, 1. Activate the final fight of this Grated Carrot's career. And already Trolley Rage comes with a great attack onto Grated Carrot. That was great. Yes, go in there, Trolley Rage. Oh, God. No, I don't think they're going to get in there, as I said. Oh, Grated Carrot smashing Trolley Rage up right now. Oh, and a big hit there. Oh, and honestly, I can see why Grated Carrot helped Trolley Rage out in that round. They really didn't want to fight Lightning, did they? Oh, because Trolley Rage is much easier. And they're just trouncing this poor robot. They did well to make it to the finals, I will be honest, but no, you're not beating Grated Carrot. And oh dear. Well, that really says it all, doesn't it? Grated Carrot spinner revving back down. They basically won it. Oh my god. And well, Virus are gonna put Trolley Rage on the floor flipper. Thrown across the arena floor. Oh, and they're on Matilda. Well, that was a bit of a lackluster final, wasn't it? Trolley Rage, they're back up, but I don't think they're working. I don't think they're working. Grated Carrot places them on the drop zone. Good God, what's going to drop down from here? 3, 2, 1. Oh, a TV remote that you could use to buy the TV you got for half price at whatever you got on your Black Friday sale. And I think Matilda is going to give Trolley Rage the finisher it deserves. The pit of oblivion. 6. Well, that just wasn't really fair, was it?
So, now that Grated Carrot's gone out on top as an icon, where else will it continue to appear? Grated Carrot seems to be a staple of Carnage and won't be going anywhere anytime soon, though there have been a few rumblings on Discord that Crystal might give Grated Carrot Requiem a go. Grated Carrot also appeared in SSRW, where it did okay, only reaching round 2 and losing to Agent Orange 2. Grated Carrot also has already reappeared on That Builder Boys channel, and despite only having one fight, it was a pretty interesting fight where it actually beat Steve. So that's pretty good. A good start to Series 6, and it most likely will reappear in LEGO BattleBots. So Grated Carrot won't falter in reappearing and continuously losing in competitions. But as for Robot Wars Omega, well, it has a successor, Grated Carrot Requiem. And that robot may just be what it takes for Grated Carrot to finally start winning some more events. Grated Carrot will stand as an FMRW icon for a long time to come. And despite its failures, nobody really cared. And that may have been the best part about it.
And they will be getting one last fight.